Gopi are delighted to be our hosts for this remarkable day. All good organizations have people with ideas, thoughts, and creativity behind them. Amity is no less. It continuously strives for excellence in education and provides opportunities for students to get trained as professionals. Amity University is the entity in which our Honorable Founder President Sir Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan dreamed of creating a world of excellence powered knowledge. And to carry this forward with a profound commitment to fostering innovation and growth, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Honorable Chancellor Sir, and Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, has been the driving force behind our university's success and continued advancement. With this noble mission in mind, the Amity Institute of Forensic Sciences was established, which continuously strives for excellence in education and provides opportunities for students to get trained as forensic professionals. With this mission, today we all have gathered here to learn about one of the most important aspects of forensic science, that is, recent advancements in crime scene investigation. To talk about this, we are honored to have with us today Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee, Emeritus Professor, Henry C. Lee Institute of Forensic Science, University of New Haven, Connecticut, with Professor Dr. Jeff Chen-Lun Lee, Professor, Department of Criminal Investigation, Taiwan Police College, and Ms. Ranjana Mehta, Country Head International, University of New Haven.
As we begin today's program, let us take a moment to invoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, to offer our gratitude and seek blessings from the divine power. May this prayer bring us peace, serenity, and strength. We now invite all the dignitaries on the dais for the lighting of the lamp.
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् जाड्यान्धकारापहा
May the light of this lamp illuminate our hearts and minds, and may it inspire us to strive for excellence, wisdom, and compassion in today's event and all of our future endeavors.
Today, we are privileged to have with us Dr. Biswa Prakash Nayak, Associate Professor, Amity Institute of Forensic Sciences, who have been a driving force behind the conceptualization and organization of this event to deliver his welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Esteemed speaker, honorable dignitaries on the dais, respected faculty members, and my dear students. I really feel proud and privileged to welcome you all on this special day. On behalf of Honorable Founder President Sir, Honorable Chancellor Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, and respected faculty members and dear students, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speakers. Today, we all have gathered here to discuss one of the most important aspects of forensic science, that is crime scene investigation. We often call it as CSI. Forensic science starts and ends with CSI. You may wonder how I can say so, because I'll just give one example. Just one vital piece of evidence or one clue may solve the whole problem or the whole mystery. On the contrary, if we overlook one important piece of evidence during CSI, then the whole case may goes into disarray. And to talk about this, we have Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee, Emeritus Professor, University of New Haven, USA, with us today, who is often dubbed as the modern day. I feel proud and privileged to welcome Professor Dr. Jeff Lee, Professor Taiwan Police College, and Ms. Ranjana Maitra, Country Head International University of New Haven, who have been kind enough to accept our invitation and join us today. So, when I started my career in 2006 in forensic science, I was lucky enough to go through a lot of CSI books, and one of the prominent books written by Professor Henry Lee is still with me. So, please welcome Professor Henry Lee, Professor Jeff Lee, and Ms. Ranjana Maitra to this August occasion. So I will not take much of your time, and I wish all you a great learning experience today. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for that warm welcome. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, Additional Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean Faculty of Management Studies, and Director of Amity Business School, whose presence, guidance, and mentorship have been instrumental in organizing this event. Professor Bansal's visionary leadership and
Thank you so much. It's not for me.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We have a guest, so as per the Indian tradition, we should be welcoming the guest. So there should not be any introduction of mine, and especially when we are having a guest like Professor Lee with us. You know, it was a coincidence. Yesterday only I was watching this movie Bone Collector, and today the person behind this entire forensic is here. Welcome to MIT, sir. Thank you so very much for being here. Professor Henry C. Lee, Professor Jeff Lee, Ms. Ranjana Maitra, all the esteemed colleagues on the dais, Dr. Ravi, Dr. Nayak, Dr. Himanshu, Dr. Pooja, and all these wonderful students. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to listen to this gentleman today. I was going through the newspaper yesterday, Prime Minister Modi and Mr. Joe Biden had a meeting. They discussed about certain things. Today is again the similar kind of occasion when we are having meeting of two giants of their respective fields. One of them is the head of this family, Amity. Amity is a big family, sir, which was initiated in 1986 with a foundation, 91 school education, 95 School of Higher Education, Amity Business School. And today, Professor Lee, we are spread over all the 7 continents. When I say 7 continents, I will be presenting before you a video. I am including Antarctica also, where we have an expedition. And these 500 plus representatives of Amity are here. The man behind this universe is Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who has founded this universe and who has given this beautiful concept of Amity to the world. The second gentleman who is representing his field is Professor Lee. When I met Ms. Pooja and Dr. Nayak, I just asked them about Professor Lee, and they gave a very wonderful depiction. They said, sir, as in India, we say Amitabh Bachchan of film industry, Professor Lee is that of his field. So welcome to MIT, Professor Lee. If it is not too much of asking, can I request all of you present here to give a standing ovation to these two gentlemen, Professor Lee and Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. Thank you so very much. Professor Lee, I am just giving you a preview of this wonderful group, though it's very difficult to give a presentation of this group in 10 minutes, 10 odd minutes, where I have spent already 3 minutes. But I will be trying to cover up the entire thing. I am just presenting before you a small video, which is slightly older. And in between, we have added one more university to our kitty.
Amity University has been ranked among the top 3% universities globally by QS and Times Higher Education, the world's leading university ranking organizations. It has also been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for the past 10 years. Amity has also set a new standard of academic excellence in India by becoming Asia's only not-for-profit university to be awarded US Regional Accreditation as well as accreditation by the UK's Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education. The university is part of the not-for-profit Amity Education Group, established more than 2 decades ago. Today, it is home to over 175,000 brilliant students, pursuing over 400 programs in 60 diverse disciplines across 11 universities and 28 schools. Amity Group's vision of building a global knowledge network has led to establishing 16 international campuses in London, Singapore, Dubai, New York, San Francisco, Amsterdam, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Tashkent, Mauritius, Nairobi, and South Africa. Amity's strong focus on research and innovation has led to the filing of more than 2,100 patents. Amity is also engaged in conducting more than 500 high-end government-funded as well as international research projects, including those funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, United States Agency of International Development, and the Leverhulme Trust UK. In the field of management, the university has developed more than 4,200 case studies in recent years that have been bought in 106 countries by over 2,600 leading institutions and organizations. These research-focused initiatives have led to Amity being listed as one of the top universities in India by Atal Ranking of Institutions on Innovation Achievements, Ministry of HRD, Government of India. Recently, the Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization. Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates in a survey conducted among 11,000 employers worldwide by Times Higher Education UK. It is a testimony to Amity's excellent placement record, wherein over 11,000 students have secured placements in 900 organizations in 2021. The pursuit of excellence across diverse disciplines has also resulted in Amity being ranked 22nd in the country by the prestigious National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF, Government of India. The university has also pioneered the concept of industry-led institutions, where leading organizations such as multinational conglomerate Tata, the UK's Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, and CII have set up institutions in partnership with Amity on campus. Attracting some of the most brilliant students, Amity has instituted India's largest private scholarship programs, benefiting over 25,000 students. These students are blazing a trail of success, having filed over 800 patents, published more than 6,500 Scopus indexed research papers. For these students, Amity's curricula and pedagogy lay great emphasis on industry interactions. In fact, Amity has facilitated students' interaction with over 50 global gurus and Nobel laureates, besides 1,500 corporate leaders. Further, Amity's unique initiatives to nurture professionals for the global stage include Study Abroad Program, 3-Continent Program, and the Global Study Program at leading universities in USA, UK, Dubai, Singapore, and Australia. Amity has also awarded over 2,000 PhD fellowships to brilliant researchers to carry out path-breaking research in thrust areas that will impact the development of the country. The award-winning Innovation Incubator on campus has nurtured more than 100 companies and attracted investments of over 40 million US dollars. The campus also has many high-end research centers, including ones set up with Nobel laureates. Amity University is dedicated to grooming future leaders to become not only competent professionals but also value-driven human beings with a deep passion for humanity, who together will change the world.
So, Professor Lee, this is a brief introduction of Amity. I am just giving you a slide about the man who is behind this entire Amity universe. Excellent. So I'm just putting before you a quote: when God pushes somebody, inspires somebody, leads somebody, no power in the world can stop such a person. Welcome to Amity on behalf of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, the founder of this universe, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Chancellor of this university, Dr. Balwinder Shukla, Vice Chancellor of this university, and all the faculty, staff, and these wonderful students. I welcome you here, sir. Thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you so much, sir, for your constant support. We are honored to have the Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, Director, Amity Institute of Applied Sciences, Professor Dr. Sunita Ratan with us, who has inspired our academic community. As a leader and mentor, she has contributed significantly to the growth and development of our institution, and her vision and dedication has been instrumental in shaping our academic programs. Now I would like to request ma'am to please deliver your valuable insights on the theme of this event.
Thank you so much. Our esteemed guests, Professor Henry C. Lee, Professor Jeff Lee, Additional Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Sanjeev Bansal, sir, Dr. Vishwaprakash Nayak, Professor Himanshu, and all the faculty members and the students who are already very well motivated for this lecture. A very good morning. It is indeed an honor and privilege to address you all today's session by Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee. His lecture on recent advancements in crime scene investigation would definitely provide a deep understanding of the evolving field of forensic science and its growing importance in criminal investigations. Crime scene investigation is the cornerstone of forensic science, and as forensic scientists, our work begins at the crime scene. And it is here that we lay the foundation for uncovering crucial evidences that will ultimately drive the pursuit of justice. The evolution of crime scene investigation has been remarkable over the years. With rapid advancements in technology, the field has evolved dramatically. Today, we stand on the threshold of a new era where technology allows us to reconstruct events with a level of precision that was once unimaginable. Innovations like DNA profiling, digital forensics, and advanced imaging techniques are revolutionized our ability to reconstruct events and solve complex problems. Despite technological advancements, the core of our work remains grounded in scientific principles, critical thinking, and ethics. It is crucial to balance cutting edge tools with human expertise. In today's session, we have the distinct honor of learning from one of the world's leading forensic scientists, Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee. Dr. Lee has been at the forefront of some of the most high profile criminal investigations worldwide, and his expertise will provide us with invaluable insights into the latest advancements in crime scenes investigation. I would also like to welcome Professor Dr. Jeff Lee, Professor, Department of Criminal Investigation, Taiwan Police College, and Ms. Ranjana Mehta, Country Head, International University of New Haven, Ms. Shruti Sevakar, Senior Manager, International Recruitment, Southeast Asia, University of New Haven, for today's event. For our students and the faculty members, this lecture is an opportunity to expand your knowledge and gain a deeper understanding and appreciation for the complexities of forensic science. For our faculty and established professionals, it is an occasion to reflect on how we can integrate these advancements into our research, teaching, and practice to ensure that we will remain at the cutting edge of the forensic science. I take this honor to introduce you, or though we have been introduced to him right from the beginning, we started this program, but this is an official introduction to Professor Lee. So it's my privilege to introduce Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee, Emeritus Professor at the Henry C. Lee Institute of Forensic Science, University of New Haven, Connecticut. Professor Henry C. Lee, who's often dubbed as modern Sherlock Holmes by the media, is a world-renowned forensic scientist with an illustrious career spanning several decades. He has consulted in over 8,000 criminal cases in 46 countries, including some of the most high-profile investigation in history.
That's it now.
But sir, students should know what all you have done.
I will do my own introduction.
Okay, thank you so much. That's great. Thank you. So I invite him for his lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you dim the light a little bit? Light is strong. Before you leave. Meanwhile, his guest, I want to thank Amity University, also my friend here. I want to give one of my badge. CSI badge. For 1 hour. Okay, now. Okay. That's forward. Okay. Today we're going to talk about new advances in forensic science. That's a topic really huge. We can speak for 3-4 weeks, cannot even cover. But first thing, I want to thank Amity University and all the faculties. Many will become good friends. The most importantly, I want to thank each of you, the student come here, show your devotion and want to learn. It's so important. We have this desire to learn, to make this world better for everybody. History of forensic science. It's not like a book says start 18th century in England. It's way before in India, in China, in Egypt already have autopsies. The first medical legal autopsy book was published 1248 in China. We all learned that fingerprint was introduced by Sir Edward Henry in 1897. But actually in India, long time ago, already used fingerprint as identification. Recently, I was invited to Croatia. To my surprise, this fingerprint classification system, I always believe, start from England, Henry's system. The general of Croatia present me this fingerprint card. Ivan Wojciech. About 20 years ahead of England, already have a fingerprint classification system. Also, we all think Wojciech is an Argentina, South America country. Actually, he's Croatia. Moved to Austria, then immigrate to Argentina. So a lot of history there. In India, have a long history. Besides, we study the new advances. You should also devote some time to look at the tradition. This morning I walk in, learn a lot of tradition. They put the red dot on my forehead. Then we have lit the lamp and all those interesting tradition. In United States, 1924, August Hoomer, he was a Los Angeles police chief. He created first crime laboratory in United States. However, there are many other documentation. Recently, I found out IAI, International Association of Identification, already have a long history in United States, teach fingerprint. Because the lighting, you probably won't see somebody called Mr. Lee. It's not me. In 1920, already in that meeting. But the IAI did give me an award, a Distinguished Accomplishment Award called Dinager Award in 1980s. The first case in U.S. court. Today, you probably hear Frye hearing. In U.S., all the scientific evidence introduced to court have to meet Frye. But Frye hearing is actually in 1923. Talk about polygraph. Can polygraph consider as a reliable tool for lie detection? By that time, the court rule it's not. So polygraph wasn't admitted in the court. In United States, one of the biggest cases happened in 1921 called Sacco-Vanzetti case. Sacco and Vanzetti, they're immigrant from Italy. They're in Italian. somehow had a case involving payroll robbery. Many people were killed. Police under pressure have to solve the case. They arrest Sacco and Vanzetti. Went through the court system, both were hanged, executed. That developed a lot of demonstration in US, saying the justice system did not work. They're innocent, was charged and killed. Then around the world start have demonstration against this case. The case become a mystery. In 1985, Harvard University and NBC, CBS, couple major network funded a project, want us to restudy Sacco Vanzetti case. That time I was still young, have black hairs. We spent quite a few weeks re-examine the weapon and the bullet. Our conclusion, those bullets could have fire from those guns, but only class characteristic, but lack of individual characteristics. The issue is these two guns. They say seized from two suspects, but no record. Is that really their gun? So the case, finally, Massachusetts governor pardoned both of them. Now in Boston, have a statue for Sacco Vanzetti case. Next time when you visit United States, you probably can tell more than the tourist guide about Sacco Vanzetti case. You actually saw the weapon and the bullet. In United States, forensic laboratory, it's not really as people or movie says, we're really big industry. It's very small. In United States, have 18,000 police department, have 23,000 prosecutors office, have 3,000 public defender's office, then 2,400 medical examiner or coroner's office. The real laboratory, only about 409. 90% of those lab is government laboratory. Have few are university laboratory and some are private laboratory. So basically forensic science worker is work for government. In contrast to public belief, forensic science only apply to criminal investigation. That's wrong. Civil law, many cases all involve in forensic identification, physical evidence. To give you a couple of examples, will contest, malpractice, medical malpractice, hospital death. This is not really criminal, but have to investigate. So civil dispute, use forensic. Public safety, use forensic. Environmental protection, involving forensic testing. Like pollutant, like oil leak. National security, of course you know that. Today, cybercrime, cybersecurity involving forensic. But also a lot of historical case. Major grave, ancient material. Besides that, we also involving consumer protection, the product, sometimes recall, contamination, food, water contamination. Also, white collar crime, major natural and man-made disaster, airplane, truck, or train accident. Also, forensic scientists were involved. So, a lot of area you can apply the forensic. We also look at antiquity. Is that real or not? Currency, whether or not those forgery or not. So I've been in forensic science service for almost 65 years. In the United States, they consider probably the longest one in the profession still alive, because a lot of my friends, one after another, get to my age or passed away. Over my career, I received a lot of medals, a lot of commendation. Not too long ago, they gave me an Alice Allen Award, which usually is a recognition for a non-US born, but made a great contribution to United States and to the world. It's a big ceremony. A Marine Guard and Air Force band. The president showed up with helicopter. They give me a big medal, so heavy the whole night I cannot even lift my head. Too heavy. Say a lot of good things about me. Touch the life all, from the poor to the president of the nations. And the most importantly, the last one, the wisdom is prevailed and make the impossible become possible. This medal, so heavy, next day I took that to my laboratory, tested. It's not gold, just a medal. So very disappointed. Initially, I thought that's a big goal. That's a lot of money. But they say so many nice things about me. A lot of people don't really know my history. I was born in China in 1938. Anybody born in 1938? Raise your hand. 1948. Anybody? One? 1948? Are you sure you're too young? 1958? Anybody? Nobody. I want to give you a badge. This CSI badge in US on eBay is already $158. Okay, 1915. 1915. Okay, catch. Catch. No, I threw to you. No, you don't have to walk through here. You have to. 60. Yeah, okay. Okay,
Thank you, I'm honored.
congratulations. Okay, who is the youngest one here? You're the youngest one? Which year? All right, somebody give me a hand to give some my autograph picture. That's on eBay, $120. Come over. People sit in the back, give them some. Yeah, the big bag. So I was born in China and grew up in Taiwan. Then come to United States. That's when I was young. Is that handsome? Yes? Okay, she say it's handsome. Give her one. No. She is the one. The one where eyeglass say I'm handsome. Okay. Anybody else say I'm handsome? Oh, okay. Go give them. Yeah, give them some. 那边去给几张了。Yeah. So when I was 20 years old, I became a police officer. Then quickly, I became a police captain. Become one of the youngest police captain in Taiwan. After serve, thank you. After serve for 5 years, I decided to come to United States to study. Because early days, how to solve the case? Interrogation. The suspect arrested, just interrogate them until they get the confession. So I said, is there a better way to solve the case? That's how I developed an interest in science. So I worked at the New York Medical Center as a research assistant to make a living. Then at the same time, I enrolled in NYU, and took me 10 years to get my doctorate degree in molecular biology from a Nobel Prize molecular biologist, Dr. Sabaro Ochoa. After I got my degree, I have a choice. Stay in biochemical research. That's my advisor, my boss want me. But my interest is to develop, use scientific evidence to solve the case. That's why I decided to join University of New Haven to start a forensic program. I still remember when I got my first degree, I have to work 3 jobs. Work in the hospital, lunch, dinner time, wait on the table. Weekend, I teach karate and kung fu to make some money to pay the tuition. Now so easy, I just give 20-minute commencement speech. They give me a doctorate degree. I said, well, I really need one. You don't give it to me. No, I don't want it. You just give it to me. I was invited to one of the Catholic university. They gave me an honorary degree of human literature. So I share with the student. I said, there are 3 types of people in the world. Some people make things happen. Some watch things happen, where others wonder what has happened. Is that true? So you're the first group want to make things happen. That's why you come here. You want to make a life, want to make differences. That's very important. Don't be the last group just standing there. The whole world changes, and you still don't know. So after 20 minutes, they give me a doctorate degree. Williams Law University want to give me an honorary degree of law. I share with the student, they want me to talk about master of success. They say, Dr. Lee, everything you do is so successful. Can you share with the student? I said, pretty simple. Create life of purpose. Why we come to this world? We'll only be here one time. So you have to find what you're interested, what you want to do, a purpose. Then you're passionate about your profession. Then you don't mind hard work, gain knowledge. I guarantee you, you're going to be successful. You're going to set the limit of no limit, find a way of no way. Of course, anybody can speak Chinese. Anybody? I'll give you a badge. Come on. It's important to learn foreign language. When it was your time, I speak 6 different type of languages. Language is something, a tool, help you to read the literature, to understand other people's culture. Now I'm getting old, I even forgot my Chinese. I can't speak Chinese anymore. So they asked me to talk about management. I say, well, there are so many books about management, but manage people, manage building, that's easy. But manage yourself is most important. The time management. Each of us have 24 hours. Doesn't matter you're the president or doesn't matter you're a highway worker. All have 24 hours. Not 1 minute more. Is how you use it. American people, they only work 1,600 hours a year. They sleep about 3,200 hours, eat and drink 1,000 hours, meaningful chore, help the family doing work 700 hours, waste of time 2,000 hours. If you can save those waste of time, eat faster, sleep less, then you definitely can produce more. When I look at my Indian colleague, they all work very hard. Asian people, one good thing with us is hard worker. Chinese people, the same thing. That's why in United States, a lot of Indian, a lot of Chinese, we all very successful, move ahead because we utilize our time, manage our time. Now, I'm 30 honorary doctor degree. I said, when I need it, you don't give it to me. Now I already have 30 of those. I still remember 1975, I started a program at University of New Haven. It's so primitive. We don't even have a laboratory. Today, we have a full forensic program, have BS master degree, recognized around the world. Also have an institute like you, Amity Institute of Forensic Science. We did so much, changed the landscape. Some of my students now become judge, become police chief, become chief surgeon. When I was 80 years old, they come back to university, have a surprise party for me. So I have to give some talk. So I was sharing with them the quality of person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence. Regardless they choose of a few of Andorra. They all forensic major, but some become judge, some become surgeon, some become medical examiner. So you can go any profession. In 1978 to year 2000, I became the chief of State Police Laboratory. At the beginning, laboratory is so antiquated. When I left in 2008, we have a beautiful forensic center, become world renowned. Of course, they give me a lot of credit, implement new procedure, develop a lot of new technique. We set up the first DNA testing program. Then from 98 to 2008, the governor asked me to be the commissioner for state police. It's not a scientific job. It's a manager's job. I really don't like it, but give me another chance to prove Asian, we can do anything. I become the first Asian ever become a U.S. police commissioner. So I want to open the glass ceiling, give the younger people a future, can have more avenue achieved. We're not only good scientists or a good manager, a good police chief. So we develop a lot of new procedure, redesign the patrol program, use artificial intelligence, big database, how to solve cases. I spend a lot of time to seeing, a lot of time in the lab, a lot of time in the courtroom, a lot of time in the classroom. A lot of people say, make impossible become possible. Also, at the same time, I publish author calls are about 40 books, about 300 articles, did a lot of, even have on my own television show in US, in China, in Taiwan. I even have fan club. And that's Amity University group, the last time I visited. So 2010, 2014, we started the Institute. The Institute basically provides training, consultation, public learning, scholarship, and research. We train FBI agent, police officer, judges, medical examiner from around the world on practical training. Then we did some original research. Also, we do a lot of case consultation around the world. The most importantly, we provide scholarship for the younger people. Future, if you're interested, you can contact one of our Indian representative. Come on, stand up, say hello to everybody. Because last 2 days, some of students asking me how to go to study. I promised to show her address, her phone number, so just call her, okay? I already retired. I really don't know the procedure anymore. So now I basically travel around the world, lecture. They say I'm one of the 10 most influential Asian. As you can see, we have a Indian American in there too. They also say I'm one of the top 10 most famous forensic scientists from 18th century to 21st century. Then when they notify me, I found out 5 already passed away. So I said, this is a message, tell me I'm the next going to go. So I said, I don't want it. Now a lot of history book put my picture there. So I'm already become history. Don't worry what I'm saying. It's history now. They collect my ruler, my badge, my picture, autograph. I went to Brazil. They even sell my autograph picture. I look at that. It's not my autograph. Somebody else signed it. So you get my picture later. I will autograph that for you. Okay. So I have 4 museums. One of the biggest one in China. So welcome everybody. Go to my city to visit the museum. You tell them you listen to my lecture. The museum director will take you for lunch or dinner, okay? Just tell him you're my friend. So I also work with 47 country forensic scientists, investigator in solving 8,000 cases. USA Today, the largest paper in US, said 25 headlines changed the world history. They sent me a copy. 14 cases we directly, indirectly involved. When I was your age, that time I don't know what I'm going to do. But I did not realize forensic science actually changed the world history. For example, JFK assassination in United States. Vincent Foster in Taiwan, the President Chiang and Vice President got shot. In Thailand, all those cases changed the history. Forensic science become an important component in solve those cases. A lot of high-profile case, for example, O.J. Simpson, Kobe Bryant, Kennedy case, forensic evidence, forensic scientists will play important role in those cases. So many cases, historical case, mass killing, forensic science become a most important thing to maintain the justice. So I've been testifying in many countries. Of course, today in US have a big problem. The public trust. Public start lose trust on the criminal justice system. But forensic evidence is so important. As a scientist, we really don't take side. Just like the evidence speak for itself. However, in United States, the justice system, forensic scientists really not the one to decide because the police collect the evidence, submit to the laboratory, then goes to court. Judge say admissible or not forensic scientist. Early days, we use facial recognition, neighborhood canvases, undercover, informer, and solving the case. Today, although we use crime scene search, physical evidence, DNA, CCTV camera, solve the case. What's the future? What's new? More and more now start using artificial intelligence. More and more now we rely on surveillance camera, on GPS positioning. Like everybody have a cell phone. They know exactly you're here. Like teacher doesn't have to take attendance. Just look at your cell phone, who is in the classroom. Crime and suspect profile. Later we're going to talk about more. How to use intelligence data mining. DNA is moved to another platform now on crime scene reconstruction. The newer concept in crime investigation, we usually start with the recognition. These 6 different sources we find information. Then we do a data informatic analysis, then reconstruct from motive, means, and opportunity. Crime scene, most important thing, we have to recognize the evidence, to find it. If you don't find it, you don't recognize, you don't have any evidence. So recognition is the first step. Then documentation, preservation, collection. The second phase is sent to the laboratory. Laboratory analysis, identification, comparison, individualization, then scientists make an interpretation in court, testify. So that's the central dogma of forensic investigation. Forensic evidence also is different than before. Early days, we think evidence is transfer evidence. Hair, drug, blood, semen. But today, we have to open our mind. Besides those transfer evidence, we have transit, pattern, medical, electronic, associate evidence. Transit evidence is something can disappear, change quickly. And conditional evidence, we look at liability, we look at blood stain. Transfer evidence such as fingerprint and bullet, electronic evidence you all know, and medical evidence besides hospital record, prescription, what they use, especially in US, a lot of rich, famous people, movie star, singer, they legally use some drug. So sometimes they die in their home or in a hotel room, become a major argument. What did happen? So you have to check the medication. Then associate evidence such as barcode, all those stuff. Forensic science, we basically based on Locard's theory of transfer. When two things have contact, you have transfer. In 18th century before, that theory perfect because we don't have airplane. We don't have cars, tram to move people things around. Each village is isolated. So that Locard's theory transfer is fine. But later, for now, the transfer can really from one city to another city. So Professor Kerr come up with this trace evidence, transfer evidence. Those are two different categories. Then in the 1980s, myself and two of my professors, we worked together on this textbook. We define primary and secondary transfer. A primary transfer is a direct contact. A secondary, for example, I'm here, sitting on that chair. On the chair, maybe have somebody else sit on chair before, deposit some evidence. So I pick it up. If unfortunately something happened, they examine my pants, say, found evidence. Not necessary, I didn't. So direct transfer, for example, the contact. So secondary, indirect transfer, contamination. So recently we come up with this four-way linkage theory. Besides transfer, you have to prove the linkage, why that material was there. So reconstruction, the new investigation concept involve, as I said, advanced forensic technology, victim, suspect, CCTV camera, drone technology, intelligence, big data, artificial intelligence, all those, so many portable equipments and trace evidence tracing. We start early days from the scene, collect evidence to the lab. Now, what we do is bring the laboratory to the crime scene to do the test at the scene. So investigator can get the information right away. Of course, you all hear DNA or recognize Jeffrey. And Alex Jeffrey is the one responsible in 1986 introduced the testing procedure, RFLP, to forensic work. So in 1998, got to US, quickly, any new technology, the community accept, the judge admit, but after a year or so, and it changed. In US, always that the new technology, they start challenge and think a problem. So in United States, usually something an issue, they form a committee. I don't know in India how you solve the issue. They have a study committee. So the first committee FBI set up. So we study the DNA. When I look at this picture, I really feel terrible because there are 4 people, 3 already passed away. I'm the only one still standing up here, talk to you. That committee, then we'll have an international committee. Of course, FBI committee is no beer, no drink, just coffee and tea. This international committee, they have drinks now. Anybody know that handsome young man in there? Yes? Speak up. That's your opportunity to get the badge. Huh? Me? Okay. The one stand next to me? Okay, catch. All right. Give her a hand. Okay. That one next to me. Have the beer one. Jeffrey. Okay, who say that? You say that? Okay. Catch. Okay. Jeffrey, Alex Jeffrey. So handsome, so young. Then 2010, I was invited to Amity. 2 keynote speaker. We don't know who is that. He did not know I'm coming. I did not know he's coming. We showed up. Alex said, Henry, you did not change a bit. I did not change. I said, Alex, you changed a lot. Can you see that his hair start losing? He said, can you share with me the secret of longevity? Like I'm still here, lecture. He already cannot travel anymore. So it's so important we learn from our life. Work hard. Don't be ashamed. It's a good virtue. Keep you active, mentally, physically active. DNA, of course, later have a national academy. We meet, talk about DNA, just like a cell phone, have a lot of advances from early days RFLP to PCR to STR. Of course, the procedure now becomes more and more sensitive, and we can multiply so many copies in a minute and get the analysis. Besides that, also have even newer advances now. Today, we don't have time to talk too much, but one of the technique, FIGG, been using for many cases, solve many cold cases, identify a lot of unidentified body. But this is actually a pretty simple technique. It's used logic to reconstruct, use the information, data, and DNA combined. Of course, once in a while, you have surprise. They found out Beethoven. It's not from Beethoven family. The DNA shows it's not related to Beethoven. It's related to somebody else. In other words, the grandmother or great-grandmother have an affair with somebody else. So, of course, I start trying to find out my DNA. Which one is my brother or sister? Okay, let me tell you, none of them are my brother or sister. This is called photo merging. Now, on a website, those pictures, all fake. Future going to have a big problem. The crime scene photo whether or not they're original, you don't know. They're all Caucasian. They want to become me. That's a national committee. So we did the photo merge and become looks like me. It's not me. So DNA, a lot of new directions such as Y chromosome, X chromosome, STR, single nucleotide. Of course, I just talked about FIGG. A lot of standard procedure, standard reagent package. We can tell the racial origin. We can tell the other genetic information. But DNA, of course, you need database. So database besides DNA also have fingerprint, have many other firearm, trace evidence, toxicology. So a lot of cases we can solve. This is one of the cases. Let me know how many minutes. Only 3 minutes left? Okay. This case we solve with the logic, with the better database and DNA. I only have 3 minutes, so how quick we solve. Traditional DNA typing did not work, but we typed the cigarette with STR. We was able to link the suspect and solve a serial killer case. Besides serial killer DNA, we also can use timeline analysis, geographic reconstruction. This case in New Orleans, we was based on CCTV camera. We based on a tattoo. We was able to check the cell phone, check the computer, and was able through the email to solve the case. So AI application, besides crime scene documentation, besides reconstruction, but AI also have a lot of problem. Just like the picture I show you, which one is real, my real brother? So they generate the information. You really don't know. There are a lot of cutting technology. So 1 hour institute workshop going to be November sometime, 8th. It's on virtual. So anybody interested, you can link. And if you don't have money to pay tuition, just Dr. Lee give you the scholarship. Okay? Just sign up for student. Right, so cheap. So you can get in. I will tell them approve that. Okay? So if you really don't have money, talk to my university representative here. Also have additional scholarship. So logic become important, solving cases, and because the time, this case was easily solved by logic analysis, by standing on a chair, try to reach the cut area. I'm 5'8", I cannot reach it. The chief of detective, Toro, is 6'2", he can reach it. You don't need fancy equipment. It tells me the suspect taller than me, right? Shorter than him. Then the window is 11 inches. He cannot get in. His deputy, the lieutenant, cannot get in. Police arrest a suspect. I don't think he is a suspect. He cannot climb up the window. Do you see? Simple logic. A lot of cases, it's not sophisticated instrument, it's human mind. So I issue a report. I say this person probably 6 feet tall, skinny. We search the big database. People work in that rich millionaire's home before that person commit you. Put his picture on the media. After a year, 14 months, this case unsolved. 3 days later, this case solved because the public recognized that face. Mitchell was arrested and confessed for the crime. But he said God tell him to do that. So, but forensic today, it's not easy. I promised somebody to talk a little bit because as a scientist, anything associated to suspect, we have to report. Anything dissociated the suspect, we have to report. But science not always black and white. A lot of time in the gray area. But the court, the lawyer want us to make everything black and white, which we cannot. That's why forensic field we squeezed in between science and law. In addition, the mass media today create a lot of fake news. You think you read the paper, is that really happen? Just think about it. Who wrote those story? In the United States, the major network newspaper controlled by 4 rich family. Whatever they want to report. They make up, twist the fact, try to use media to change the public opinion. And judge now under a lot of pressure. Forensic scientists, we are under more pressure. Because between the media, because the news pressure, the lawyers, many times we don't know what's going on. This is a case happening in California. I want to show you.
There's a story
Think and listen
I
to
want
music
you to know
from all over the place.
about my baby.
Spector is a genius. He developed wall of sound. The Beatles, all those music. Early days, music is one dimension, sometimes two. His design is all over. Somehow happened one female body found in his home, his castle. How many detective forensic scientists went to the crime scene? How many? Every my slide have a clue because the time I did not test you. But this one, how many? You don't have to count. I have a number. Can you read that? 107. Who said that? You say that? Okay. All right. Police searched the crime scene. They spent 38 hours, moved the body, moved the gun, weapon, everything. They finished. Then I was the defense expert. We went there, look at the blood stain. Do you see some white fiber? So it's foreign to the red carpet. So by all means, we should collect that. So I give it to the police. They said, no, we don't want it. We already finished. I give it to defense team. They say they don't want it. So as a scientist, I have no choice. I kept it. I seal it, label it. So of course, first thing, how she died. Is this a homicide, suicide, or accidental death, or natural cause? The injury is inner coral, inside of her mouth. She is a movie actress, female actresses, but already over 40, so no movie, no company want to hire her. So she working a bar as a bouncer. So all the experts think that's a suicide because put the gun in the mouth, not easy. If I walk to you, I say, open your mouth, let me put the gun in your mouth. Anybody volunteer, open the mouth? I even give you a badge, you are not going to open your mouth. Original autopsy say questionable accident or suicide. Marked as an accident or suicide. But under the pressure, they changed. We learn in forensic classes 101, you fire a gun, you have gunpowder residue, GSR, in your hand. So we check the suspect's hand, no GSR. Medical examiner check decedent's hand, have GSR. So one possibility, she fired the gun. But the prosecution say he washed the hand. She tried to block the bullet, so have the gunpowder residue. So you have different opinion. Scientific neutrality is important. You have different opinions, that's fine. But you cannot have some biases and change your finding. So they change her death become homicide. As we know, intraoral, 99% is suicide. That 1% may be accidental. Never have some gun put in your mouth inside. So everything point is a homicide, but they decide call a suicide. Meanwhile, the decedent is drunk, very high alcohol concentration. Spectre also drunk. Apparently, two of them drink for 2 hours. Have drug in their system too. We know intraoral, you fire a shot, blood spatter will come back. In our forensic course, this blood spatter going to get into your clothing, your sleeve, your hand, your gun. So the weapon we check, sure enough, have a lot of blood, back spatter. Suspect, Phil Spector, is a billionaire, musician. His jacket, we checked, only few stand. On the sleeve, there's no blood spatter. So you really, if he fired a gun, should have some blood spatter. Meanwhile, decedent's clothing have a lot of tissue, especially the sleeve area covered with blood. So everything consistent. Also, we find our courses. Kinetic energy equal have mv square. It's not the bullet kill somebody. It's the energy. So this energy going to hit and the energy going to resolve a lot of so-called tissue, tooth, back, spatter, back. So anybody staying in between going to intercept. And her body was there, the weapon was there, DNA, everything on the weapon, on the sleeve, all hers. So that basically tell us more likely she commits suicide. We also notice one of the fingernail. Can you see that? A crack. Police, medical examiner, initially nobody saw that. That's a fake fingernail. It's not real. So I issue my report, my finding. During the first trial, we testify for the prosecution. Defense lawyer definitely call us we're biases because most of forensic scientists work for government. If we testify for defense, they say we're a higher God. So this case, they parade a witness. So one of the detectives saw me, took the fingernail. When was asked, what color? He said, red. Anybody see a red fingernail? Of course not. But the judge, under a lot of pressure, said, I must took something. The newspaper, the prosecutor, they cannot discredit the science. They cannot discredit the scientists. They're going to make up something to discredit you. So somebody asked me, said, pressure, how you handle that? You know you did not take the fingernail. You know you did everything. God knows the fact and truth. Who cares? Let them talk. Don't ever lower your standard. That's so important. So when I testify, I say, I did not take any fingernail. I took some white thread. That is different than the finger. Fingernail is not red. Now everybody realize. So in addition, I mailed those things to Los Angeles police way before the trial. So judge said, okay, I'm not content. And the first trial become a hung jury, no result. The second trial, I decided not to participate because nobody want to find the truth. They all want to become a show. So the prosecutor later lost the election because the public don't trust him anymore. The judge ordered investigation this misconduct. So history will show everything. That's why we have to maintain scientific standard, legal procedure, technical ethics standard. But don't just say forensic scientists, we need standard. The judicial people, lawyers, also need the standard. If they don't have the standard, just imply everything our fault. So as a young scientist, I encourage you to stand up to your profession. Do your best. So have knowledge in your mind. Study. Have courage in your body. Have honesty in your heart. Then have friends in your life. Thank you very much for your time. Now I'm your friend now. Anything you want, I will do my best to help. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiration. We are highly obliged. Students, kindly wait. Nobody will vacate the hall. Please. Kindly sit back. I now invite Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Chief Advisor, Founders President Office, and Chairman of Amity Law Schools. He has been known for his wonderful administration and high achievements of the university. We are honored to have you, sir. I would like to invite Professor Bandyopadhyay to address on the topic forensic assistance in new criminal law.
after the lecture of Dr. Lee, the authority of forensic science. And I happens to browse through your two books. That is 5 famous cases in forensic life. Second book, Cracking More Cases, the forensic science in solving cases. 2 famous books which are highly cited and which are highly being used by the forensic students and the forensic experts. Sir, we are privileged that, to have you amongst us today, and we got the opportunity to listen to you. It's a great, great lecture I have ever attended. And you were telling the thing so simply that anybody and everybody can understand. That is the great recognition of a scientist. That you can speak it in the language of the common man, but without losing its generality. That's a great thing, sir, we have learned. I must also welcome Jeff Lee. Jeff Lee, really, and you are very fortunate to work with Henry. You are very fortunate to work with Lee. And we shall look for much more interactions of such type in our forensic department. And Ravi Kumar, thank you very much. And your colleagues, just to interface with him, bring him over here, gave the opportunity to our law student and the forensic science student, the opportunity to the famous man who is known for his forensic science contribution. Now, I think I will be failing in my duties if I do not mention our honorable founder president, who has created these great universities and attracting the great minds to come over here. And he feels that the university should be an universe where the great people will be coming and there will be exchange of ideas so that new ideas can be generated. And that's the whole purpose of this university, so that those new ideas can be translated into action for the benefit of the mankind. And forensic science is one of the subjects. You are all lucky, those who are studying law or those who are sciencing forensic science, that such a great field now it's opening up. I was just going through the literature, and I was understanding by what are the different, can I just, actually conceptualize and categorize the type of evidences. And Henry, you have touched upon them, but I will not mind in repeating them. One thing is biological evidence. Means blood, saliva, hair, skin, cells, etc. That is one categorization. Second categorization, stress evidence. Fibers, pen chips, glass fragments, soil, etc. Impression evidence. Third, fingerprints, footprints, fart tracks, tool marks, etc. Then digital evidence. Nowadays it's very important for us because in the days of digitization, data from computers, smartphones, and other electronic devices. Fifth one, ballistic evidence. That means firearms. He was mentioning about the firearms, bullets, and casings. Documentary evidence, handwriting analysis, document examinations, and so on and so forth. Toxicological evidence, analysis of drugs and poisons in body fluids or tissues. And list goes on, and this list is not exhaustive. So I have tried to categorize the type of thing that. But one most important thing, in India, the forensic science and the law, they ought to go hand in hand. Now it has been seen that, it has been observed that many evidences that are collected by many cases that comes to the police station, criminal cases come to the police station, they lack the forensic evidences. So the new law that has come today in India in the name of BSA, Saksa Adhiniyam, means Evidence Act. They say that every cases which deserve more than 5 years of punishment, it is the responsibility of the police officers to connect with a forensic expert, to go to this scene, crime scene, collect the evidences, and those evidences further can be analyzed so that criminal cases are being taken care of as per the law of the land. But sir, unfortunately, it has been seen that those forensic labs are very few in numbers. So the governments are now giving their emphasis that within 5 years, within the locality, forensic labs must be created so that any police station, are you all listening? Any police station must take the help of the forensic department to go to the crime scene, collect the data, and then actually just generate the case or actually create the case. Without the forensic evidences, even the judges are not going to listen to. That is a new rule that has come up, sir. It's a very, very beautiful rule that in India that we are following it. But unfortunately, we have Section 45 of the Evidence Act, where relevancy of the expert opinion is given. And based upon judicial interpretation, who are the experts? Who are the experts? Who can be called as an expert? And it is settled that for giving evidence under the said section, there was no requirement of formal qualification. In new criminal law, what happened? The scope of expert and scientific role have been widened. Now we have to wait for judicial interpretation for determining the qualification or go by previous settled prepositions. However, where from new criminal law with inclusion of scientific evidences are expected to give positive result, on the other side, sir, this is the new area that we need to explore too. It is a deniable fact. Through corruption, that's what I'm re-emphasizing, the outcome may be suppressed. For this, new measurement have to be contemplated, not only by the legislative body, but also the forensic scientists. That's a great challenge that we are having. Now, how do we really, because we say the persons who are the experts, the persons who are the forensic scientists, how do we bring severe punishment if they try to, suppress the facts, if they try to, change the facts? That's a new requirement of India. It may not be suitable for America, it may not be suitable for Taiwan, but it is needed by us. So, sir, we would like to look forward to work with you, our forensic scientists, our law students will be much more interested to be in touch with you, to find out the way out. Because the Reagan's philosophy was that spying over spying. And that is the reason that was his success. He used to appoint a spy, then over the spy, he used to appoint another spy. So in the forensic science also, if we really want to get actual results and can actually give the punishment to the victim, to the criminals, then essentially it demands a new approach, a new way. And I think people like you, sir, sitting over here, we shall be looking forward for such a solution. It is indeed a great pleasure. Once again, I must say, on behalf of our founder president, on behalf of our chancellor, he's another dynamic man. And he all the time looks forward for the new ideas, new innovations, new development of the technology. And of course, our vice chancellor, who actually, very dynamic lady, who actually translate them into action. And I'm really thankful. Once again, And I look forward specifically my law schools or our law school students and our forensic science students, how they can meet each other, take care of each other for the benefit of the society, for the benefit of the mankind, so that no persons who are the criminal, they get scot-free. Whatever evidences needed to be collected, whatever scientific methods to be collected, because of the new theory is coming. Those who are doing suicide, now the case is coming, psychological forensic. How do you know why he suicided? Was it a murder? Was it a abetting? What for? So the new cases are coming in the name of psychological forensic. And that is a new area emerging. Acceptability of the new area is to be worked out. So, sir, with these few words, I'll seek apology because you are expert in forensic science and I have dared to speak something on forensic science, but certainly I try to touch upon the existing law that is available with us and important that new law that has come over here. Three new laws have come over here in the name of BNS, BNSS, and BSA. And all three are giving hugely emphasis on forensic science. And there are lots of scopes for opportunity in the forensic science. My law student, now we are going to start a course on forensic science in the law program, so that they are well aware of part of the different dimensions of the forensic science. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now invite Professor Dr. Jeff Lee, who is currently serving as a professor at Department of Criminal Investigation, Taiwan Police College. Dr. Lee received his PhD in biomedical engineering and environmental sciences and has a bachelor's and master's degree in forensic science and has 18 years of experience working in the forensic science department, investigated hundreds of crime scenes and solved numerous cases throughout his career. Over the years, he has given hundreds of lectures and various universities around the globe to promote the concepts of scientific evidences. Professor Jeff Lee's career reflects deep commitment to forensic science with a focus on advancing the field through research, education, and practical application. Please join me in welcoming Professor Jeff Lee to share his experience.
Since we have been joined by Vice Chancellor, we can just continue with the lecture. Just a few minutes. Let us speak to Vice Chancellor, then we will. Because just leave it.
It is a great privilege to introduce our most distinguished and respected academic leader, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla. Balwinder Shukla ma'am is known for her multifaceted insights, humility, and leadership skills, through which she has made significant impact on the academic and research landscape of Amity University. She has made significant contributions to the development and advancement of multiple facets within the university, through which she has acclaimed and recognized with numerous prestigious awards and honors. Her participation underscores her commitment to promoting academic excellence and advancing the frontiers of knowledge. We are honored to have you grace the event with your presence, ma'am. Please join me in welcoming our Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, with a huge round of applause to deliver this august gathering.
So what a wonderful day. Very good. Good morning to all the esteemed guests and the colleagues on the dais, audience. A wonderful day having Professor Henry C. Lee, Emeritus Professor, University New Havens, after a long time at Amity campus. I remember your visit to Amity last time and were discussing with an old colleague when you were here. And I think that this time your visit is going to be even more interesting and outcome driven. So the first of all, I would like to extend very warm welcome to Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee, Emeritus Professor, as well as warm welcome to Professor Dr. Jeff Chang Lung Lee, Department of Criminal Investigation, Taiwan Police College, as well as very warm welcome to Dr. Ranjana Matra, Country Head International, University of New Haven, and my esteemed colleagues. You see, always that we believe that building the lasting relationships are extremely important. And when you have an old friend coming to the campus again, that really reminds the old memories. And that today's session, which is being conducted on the recent advancements in crime scene investigations by the Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee at Amity Institute of Forensic Science, I'm sure that all the students who are sitting here and the faculty of the department, they have enjoyed this session, because getting the new insight in this very exciting field of forensic science is very, very enriching for the students and for scientists, because application of forensic science is becoming extremely important in the legal cases and arriving at the judgments by the judges, and also putting those evidences based on the forensic science are proving to be very, very helpful for the legal experts. You know, while this session was being planned, and I said that somebody from the law department must be part of this program, and I'm so happy that Dr. Bandyopadhyay, you could spare the time. I know that today the day is very, very busy, And I think to further strengthen this session, Professor Jeff Chang-Lang Lee from the Department of Criminal Investigations, Taiwan Police College, who will be putting, highlighting especially that how the forensic science is playing important role in the criminal investigations and how it's helping the come to the conclusion and take the decisions on these such cases, which are extremely important. So I'm looking forward that Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee, Emeritus Professor, as well as the Professor Jeff Chang-Lang Lee from Taiwan Police College. We will have a discussion after this session, and work out what all we can do together to bring the forensic science evidences for the legal. And maybe we introduce some of the courses also in the law department, law programs, the forensic evidences. And I'm extremely thankful to Dr. Ranjana Matra, we will be discussing. And since you being the country head international of the university, so we will discuss that how our forensic science students can visit your university and your university students can come here, and how our researchers, scientists of the two universities can work together in various areas of research, whether it's the joint PhD program or the joint research projects or the collaborations. Same I am looking forward discussing with the Professor Lee for the Taiwan Police College, that what all we can discuss. So maybe the three organizations together, Amity, Taiwan Police College, as well as the University New Heavens, together we can work out and take it the next level. Especially in Taiwan, we have the number of collaborations, and we have been working very, very closely with the various universities, and we will see that how we can work together in your college also. So with this, I would once again welcome the distinguished scientists and the team from the two organizations here at Amity Universities. And it's really an honor and pleasure to also have now Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee, who will be bestowing the honorary professorship here at Amity University. And therefore his close association and the connect with the Amity University and engagement with the Amity University will give a lot of satisfaction to Professor Lee, as well as the and the team who will be working with him here at Amity University in various fields, and the student who will be guided by him for various disciplines and topics and for the research. I'm sure that this relationship will bring a lot of new outcomes, new collaborations for enhancing the professional skills of the students, as well as the outcomes from the research engagement of the faculty and the researchers. With this, once again, I extend very warm welcome to all our three guests from the two institutions, and I'm sure that the discussion after this, which we will have, will be folding into various areas. So, with this, once again, very warm welcome at Amity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam. Now I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam to bestow the honorary professorship upon Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee, owing to his contribution in the field of forensic science. Please give a huge round of applause. Now I would request Professor Dr. Henry C. Lee to deliver his acceptance speech.
Thank you so much. It's an honor, it's a pleasure to receive this as an honorary professor at Amity. Amity, I visit, as I said, almost 14 years ago. Today, when I visit, see a lot of improvement, and especially see all the students so vibrant, so interested in the science and justice. Really make me feel so warm, and also demonstrate the professor, the leadership, everybody work together to develop this world-renowned program. University New Haven is much smaller than Amity, but we do have a criminal justice and forensic science. It's a well-known program. Future definite we will work together. Besides academic part, also the institute can also work together in research, training, and of course, how to maintain the system in the world, the justice, fair, equality, and use scientific evidence to solve the case. Once again, I want to thank everybody here. Thanks the chancellor, the dean, and all the professor. Also, thank everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It is indeed a great honor for us to have you as a part of our academic community. I would now like to invite Professor Dr. Jeff Lee, who is currently serving as a professor, Department of Criminal Investigation, Taiwan Police College. His career reflects a deep commitment to forensic science, with a focus on advancing the field through research, education, and practical application. Please join me in welcoming Professor Jeff Lee to share his experience.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to have the opportunity to visit the beautiful university. So today, I will share my experience about the forensic science. As Dr. Lee tell us, the forensic science changed the world, but the forensic science changed my life. So I saw so many students here, so I just share some my experience with the forensic science in Taiwan. My name is Jeff Senlong Lee. I work in Taiwan Police College. So where is Taiwan? Has been Taiwan? Anyone have been Taiwan before? Okay, next time, welcome to Fiji, my country. Yeah, over there, I will give you some picture and show you how beautiful place we are. So if you visit Taiwan, So for me, yeah, I remember one time that have a reporter one interview me, so I just tell them my story about this, and I change a little.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ching Lung Lee, the combination of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. My name tells that I was born to be a cop. I had been a police officer for 18 years, mainly responsible for crime scene investigation and forensic works. It's my honor to study in the United States for 2 years with government grants. Worked with the world's foremost forensic scientist, Dr. Henry Lee, to do my doctoral dissertation. Then I become a professor in Taiwan Police College, mainly responsible for promoting forensic science education. I think we should have a deep theoretical foundation and practical experience to popularize some of the uses of forensic science. Well, I always believe that although there is a limit ion in police forces but is unlimited by utilizing technologies. How can technology be used to change public security? That's what I've been working towards as a scientific detective.
Okay, so just letting you know, tell you about a story in forensic science at Taiwan about 36 years ago. Yeah, I seen many students 9 years old now. So the Dr. Henry Lee, he back to Taiwan. He tell the Central Police University, the president of Central Police University, to create the Department of Forensic Science. I am the first generation, the students. So I got my bachelor and master degree in Central Police University, Department of Forensic Science. At that time, I would like to get my PhD program, but the Central Police University, they don't have this kind of program. So I transferred to National Tsinghua University to get my PhD. So I got study at Central Police College and Tsinghua University. Then I go to University of New Haven to do my research about my PhD. When I graduate, I to be the police officer. So I used to be working in Hsinchu Police Bureau. Then I transferred to teach in Taiwan Police College. And I used to have a chance to go to the Qatar Police College to teach it over there for 3 years. So I have been the police officer. I've been the lieutenant, the captain, the major, and the head of forensic science for 18 years. So I know what the crime scene look like. Then I also trained to be the professor, and I got many go to the different university of there. When I was students, I tell everyone the forensic science changed my life. I have been this Korea National Police University to be the exchange students for 32 years ago. Yeah. And I go to United States. So I just suggest if you have a chance, just go outside. Then the Henry C. College and Criminal Justice and Forensic Science is the best good choice. So I go there to do my research. I also got a training in crime scene training and technology center. So if you have a chance to go there, it's a good place. So I also go to the Connecticut State Police Laboratory. My PhD is about forensic biology. I do the research about the DNA. I at there for 2 years, so they have a snow. I don't know. Here we cannot hunt snow, right? So you look, it's beautiful, but it's very cold. You don't like it because they have a 6 months. It's the snow day, yeah. So it's very very cold, yeah. But it's a good chance to visit there. So I got my certificate, and when you visit United States, you have a many opportunity to find different kind of the course. So I follow Dr. Henry around the world, and we travel a lot. So I follow him go to the court, and we have many different kind of the conference to attend. So I follow him around the world about 20 countries. Yeah, that's why I have a chance to visit India. It's my first time here. So we attend the conference not only in the Krishnan. We go to take the boat, yeah, and we from United States to Moscow, yeah. And also I have many places to visit. For example, when I United States, I visit some place. It's called the Body Fund. Anyone know the Body Fund? Yeah. It's a very special place. You can find different kind of the people die of there, and they do different research of there too. And I also follow Dr. Henry to Fiji, mainland China, and we have the fingerprint museum in China, and we also visit different kind of laboratory in governments, and also next time when I in Qatar, Dr. Henry also visit the Qatar Press College. Yeah. And if you have a chance to visit Saudi Arabia, it's a Riyadh. It's a good chance to visit there. You can make a different kind of friend of there. So I remember it's the 2017. When I go there, I just need to give 20 minutes for presentation. Then I have travel over there for 1 week free. So every time I tell my student, study hard. Then you have a chance to go outside for the conference to give them the talk, and you can have the stay in the nice hotel. Everyone have a big band, big house, and the conference is very big too. Yeah, so we just show you how we stay there. Then we visit different university, and they are welcome us very well. Then the president give us the small gift. Oh, not this is the bigger one. Everyone have a suitcase, yeah, and different gifts of there. Also, we travel a lot, and the police car, it will lead us to the different place. We fun, we can have the castle, we can enjoy the different culture. So it's a good chance for everyone to go around the world. So I visit there for 3 years, and then I make many different kind of friends too. So I just encourage you, if you have a chance, just study hard and got a more degree, the PhD degree, and then you can travel around the world by free. Yeah, so I got my certificate in Qatar. When I remember when I in Qatar, they have a Texas A&M University. Yeah, they have the 3D challenge. When I go there, I just presentation about the VR and the crime scene investigation. So we got a newspaper, and at that time, our team is got a first place too. So I also have a chance. We started already. We go to the Croatia. Yeah, Croatia is very nice place too. We have a presentation there. So we follow him. Then we have the crime scene case. So they have a more crime scene. So they have a pig died here, and actually it's a carbon case. Yeah. So they just predict they have two suspects. One is a pig, one is a chicken. Yeah. And they have a barn here. So they want to do the gunshot reconstruction too. So they prepare a car. They use the gun to shot, and we can find the gunshot reconstruction here too. So at that time, we prepare the bomb, prepare, explore. Yeah. Everyone is looking. Yeah. So we also take a picture by ourselves. Yeah. And For safety, we have the different kind of car. They have a police car, they have the firefighter and the ambulance nursing doctor over there. So the TV will interview Dr. Henry Lee about what we're doing over there. So explore. Then we can reconstruction what we're doing over there. So it's very special experience for me, and we can get the mark crime machine by ourselves and correct evidence to see what we to do. Yeah. So now I work in the Taiwan Police College. It's very important for everyone because when you visit Taiwan, 90% Taiwan police officer graduate from my college or is my students. So you will feel very safety over there too. So my students is very beautiful girl and handsome gentleman over there. Yeah. So all of you are welcome and it's very beautiful. Yeah. And I also have a chance to Fiji in Philippines. Yeah. So we visit there and we go there to travel and we visit different kind of the famous people over there. And also, I remember in that time, 2008, Dr. Henry got the Fuji Peace Prize over there. Yeah. So they have many good, we visit many places. Yeah. The place is special for me. They have a different kind of the new 7 wonder of nature. It's called the chocolate hill. At that time, I just thinking, wow, we will visit to eat a chocolate. No, it's chocolate hill is the mountain. Yeah, just look like chocolate. Yeah. So picture like this. So we travel a lot and we also see different kind of the animal like the Tesla. Yeah, it's very special. Only you can visit the Bohol in Filipino. Yeah. And also I used to be in Qatar Police College. It's very special place. I meet many friends from India. Actually, Qatar is very fun. From Taiwan, we have to go to the Hong Kong and travel a lot to Saudi Arabia and it's Qatar over here. Yeah, so over there is very new building and they have a different kind of the museum over there. Yeah, so if you have a chance to visit there, they have a museum of Islam art in Doha. Yeah, so when you visit there, and you can find we have many professors to help them to train the student professor of there. Also, if you go there, they have a nice food and you can travel. It's like all of you with hand to eat. Yeah. So over there, they have a nice car and we in the desert, we have the fun, different kind of animal. You can find big animal like this. And we also travel. Yeah. The police car is look like this. So when I back Taiwan, I suggest our government, we buy the new police car like this, and we can improve all the younger men to be the police officer. Yeah. And also, on the way, we can find different kind of beautiful car over there. Yeah. And they have an eagle. Yeah. Eagle is very special animal for there. So when you visit Qatar, you should take picture like this. Yeah. So they also have a beautiful different kind of like this. Yeah. So I just show my experience and the hope of you have a chance to visit Taiwan. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, sir. Your kind presence has encouraged us a lot, and you have given a glimpse as to how your experience has enhanced your career. Moving on, it is with heartfelt appreciation and deep respect that we begin today's felicitation, honoring those whose dedication and excellence have truly made a difference. For the felicitation, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Sunita Ratan ma'am, Dr. Biswa Prakash Nayak, Dr. Himanshu Kajuria, Dr. Prateek Pandya, Dr. Amarnath Mishra, and Dr. Sachal Kumar to kindly come on the dais and felicitate Professor Dr. Zheng Zheng Li.
Next, I would like to invite Sunita Ratan ma'am, Dr. Jyoti Singh, Dr. Priyanka Singh, Dr. Shipra Rohtagi, Dr. Sonali, and Dr. Priyanka Gopi to felicitate Miss Ranjana Mehta. A big round of applause, everybody. As we draw to the near conclusion of this event, it is important to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to someone whose contribution has been invaluable in making this gathering a success. I would like to invite Dr. Shipra Rohtagi, Assistant Professor, Amity Institute of Forensic Sciences, to come up and propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor and privilege to deliver the votes of thanks on the behalf of Amity Institute of Forensic Sciences, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. First and foremost, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to Professor Henry Connecticut, USA, for gracing us with his presence today and graciously accepting the honorary professorship from Amity University. We are truly privileged to have learned from one of the most distinguished figures in the field of forensic science. I also wish to express our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Jeff Lee, Professor, Taiwan Police College, for sharing your valuable experiences, adding a global perspective to our discussion today. I also wish to extend our heartfelt thanks to Ms. Ranjana Mehta, Country Head International, University of New Haven, for joining us today. We are grateful for your support and coordination for significantly contributing to the success of this important event. We look forward to future collaborations. I would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, for his unwavering support and patronage. Although his schedule is demanding, we are grateful for his kind presence, even virtually, which adds tremendous value to this extent. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla, for their dynamic leadership and able guidance. We are honored by the presence and participation of Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay. Your insightfulness address have actually added immense value to this event, sir. A special note of appreciation to Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, Additional Pro Vice Chancellor, for your leadership and guidance for this event. Sir, your presentation on the Amity Education Group highlighted our university commitment to excellence and innovation in education. Our sincere thanks to Professor Dr. Sunita Ratan, Dean Faculty, Science and Technology, and Director AIAS for introducing the theme of today's lecture and setting the stage for the valuable discussion that followed. I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of Professor K.V. Ravikumar, Dr. Himanshu Khajuria, Dr. Biswa Prakash Nayak, and other faculty members of AIFS for ensuring the smooth flow of today's event. A special thanks to the administration, IT, media department, and security for their respective contributions in making today's event a success. Your collective efforts in managing the venue, media coverage, IT setup, and security arrangements were crucial to the smooth flow of the event. Thank you all to the esteemed faculty members, researchers, and the students for your active participation and engagement. As we conclude this session, I would like to give all glory to the Almighty God for His divine grace and blessings of good health and spirit to all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for being patient and making this event a success. Thank you once again.
All the
Thank you.
students are requested to go to their respective classes.